Makes it easier.
No, it really does. And then that way, just the flow and like if I want to move shit around afterwards, I can move shit around. Like editing is editing, no matter what the thing is. Like the combo can
Right.
be actually conversed one way, but that don't mean it has to be put out that way. But yeah,
I
so
feel.
negative. Where you felt -10?
I mean in Minnesota.
Oh yeah, true. How about you lived?
Yeah.
You're were you born in Minnesota?
No, I was born down here, but I stayed up in Minnesota from 2 to like 13.
Yeah, okay. I knew you hadn't been like I remember like that's what I had remembered. I didn't want to get it wrong and be like, you was from Minnesota, right? But that's what I thought. What was that like? Like
Oh
2 to 13,
shit,
like
that was like my main childhood years being in Minnesota. So it's like coming here was like just the biggest culture shock. Then it's like you really get all the seasons. So
you talking about
it's
in
nice
Minnesota?
when yeah, it's nice when it's actually
Yeah.
Christmas time and it's actually snowing.
Yeah.
That's what I really
You're
miss.
definitely it's really nice when it's fall, like it's actually fall and you get like all the
Right.
leaves change. Like that shit is
It's,
cool.
it's not 80 degrees, not
Yeah.
90 degrees in October.
Yeah, bro. I get real tired of the 80-degree Christmas. I'm like, bro, like it shouldn't be like it could at least be cold. Like if it's not
Wearing
gonna
shorts,
snow, yeah,
wearing
seriously. Wearing
shorts
shorts
during
and like a
Christmas.
tank top. Yeah, but what the
Right.
fuck? Like
Let's see.
what
That
kind
don't
of
even.
winter wonderland is this?
I'm about to say that's not even Christmas. That's just fucking July
No,
and December.
literally. Where in Minnesota did you live?
I lived in so I lived in this suburb area called Plymouth. It was like it was mostly like where I was mostly like a rich neighborhood, but we was in like
Okay.
these apartments that was like a little ducked off, but it was still nice apartments.
You ever miss Minnesota? Did you enjoy being in Minnesota?
I did for like I like I said the only time I really did was like during like Christmas and like fall when niggas could
Yeah.
actually like enjoy the weather. But outside
Yeah.
of that, nah, not really.
That makes sense. What you said a couple minutes ago, like that it was massive culture shock, which makes perfect sense. But like, what
So,
were the main things? Like when you
so
first got here?
when I first got here, I was in middle school, so it was like switching like in between both middle schools. My middle school in Minnesota was just like I was cool. I knew everybody. Came and when I came here, that shit was just like who is this lame ass dude right here? It's like
Yeah,
it was
same.
like complete different. Like being well, first I was like the only for like most of the schools. I was like really like the only black kid in schools. If not, it'd
Hmm.
probably be like five of us at most. So that shit
Yeah,
just like flipped completely to like only being in school for like with like 4 or 5 white people. So it's
yeah,
that shit
thanks.
was like totally different. And then like uh, a lot of the times the violence was completely different. Like coming here, like my first month, we saw some shit happen, and that just like
Hmm.
okay, yeah, we in a different space right now.
Yeah, there definitely is a very different space. That's crazy. Where? So you got here during middle school, so you'd have been. You said 13, so you'd have been what, like seventh, eighth grade?
Yeah, I was like that was that was like the end of 7th grade. Yeah,
Where did you go for eighth?
eighth, I went to Benjamin Banneker Middle School. Yeah,
Ah,
that's
fun.
where I met Xavier. Yeah, hell yeah, fucking Xavier. And yeah,
Yeah, who
really
all
just
went there?
Xavier.
Because bro, like I realized this when I was talking to Trey yesterday. Like for any, for like anyone who came to Psi, like unless you came in ninth, like if you were someone who came after ninth, you really never talked to any of the homies about like what got you to this point. Because it's
Right.
like I know at least for me when I first came to Psi, it was like kind of in a similar what you're saying. I kind of had culture shock ninth grade year, which sounds weird
Yeah.
because it was within the same city. But I went to Audubon K through eight, so it was like I was cool. I had homies, like I knew everybody, like literally everything you said, same fucking thing. And then I went to
Right.
Lusher for nine, and it was like I was nobody. Like I was lame. Like I was going through life shit, so I was making dumb decisions anyway. Like I was doing dumb shit.
Exactly.
Like, and it was just like, what the fuck is this? So when I got the Psi, like it was like, okay, well, I got a chance to start over for one, and then for two, I
Right.
was like, I don't know nobody, so it's like I don't know who's been where, how. the funny thing about our friend group is there's so many of us that it literally was like, yeah, we didn't come to side until sophomore year, and it's like I don't exactly even know how. I still don't understand how our friend group works.
I don't either because it's like
Like I don't
I
know
don't
how
even
it
remember how it
started.
happened. Like I'm about to say, like I don't even remember how that shit started. I remember like Neil, Josh, we was in the same advisory and shit, but like then like I don't even remember like how I met Cam. Trey, I had Spanish with him. Uh
That
yeah,
is what
most
he
of it's
said.
really like advisory. Neil
I don't
Neil
know
was
how
in
we
my
became
advisor.
cool.
Uh do we have us who's your sophomore advisor? If you
First
remember.
first semester I was a freshman still, so it was Soleil. Second semester it was Sheffield.
I definitely didn't have
I got the
Sheffield.
chick. I got the one lady who because we didn't have enough male teachers that year. I got the one lady. Um, but we had advisor junior and senior year though,
Yeah, we definitely had
right?
a junior.
Yeah, because
Cause
you had the Irwin year. Fucking
Irwin,
Pion was cool as shit.
shout out to Pine. Fucking Pine was in cool. Irwin,
We really bullied Irwin.
we did. I remember
And I understand that
having him for
bullying is
art
a
class.
legal term, so I'm gonna say that we didn't bully him because I'm not
We
trying to have any legal ramifications off no bullshit. But it was definitely like we did not treat that man well, and he didn't treat us well either. Frankly,
yeah, it was about equal. It was even.
he was
I
just
fucking ran
uncomfortable,
into
and we could
him.
tell. Me too,
I ran into him like I would say a year ago when I was working at Michael's. He shit. He still remember all that.
dude. No, I
I
ran.
miss
He
him.
like lives around the corner from my mom, bro. Like I've seen him
Yeah,
multiple times uptown.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And like he'll talk to me, but I'm always kind of like, this is weird, bro. Because it's like I don't
It
know if
is.
he knew that. Like I genuinely did not really like him. Like it
He was.
wasn't that I thought he was a bad person. I was just like, bro,
Okay.
you can't come to a school like this and think it's gonna be structured the same way and work the same way that your middle private school works. Like,
I'm about to say he came from a private school and everything, so it's like totally different from what the fuck he knows.
dude, like, why did they not give him like a freshman advisory? Why did he give him juniors?
Shit, shit, that's probably not even
Like,
better.
and like he gave
Fucking
us no, but I mean the group they gave him was down bad. Cause like even the ones of us in that advisory that were like really good students or whatever, we still were like, I'm a
yeah,
joker, you know what I mean? Like I might
right.
get my work done, but like I don't none of that shit really matters. Like I mean it does,
You
but it
let it
don't.
happen, man. We had what? We had Quan and our shit. Bro, I
Yep.
forgot what year
Quan
that
was in
was.
there, Braden was in there,
Oh yeah, all the
Mark
bad
and Rodney were
motherfuckers.
in there, I'm pretty sure. Or
Oh,
Rodney at least
he
was.
Rodney was another one that came from Banneker with me.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't think
we
Rodney
was in the same
graduated with
group.
us technically.
I don't. Did he?
I don't think he walked. No, I don't think he walked. Like I assume he
Damn.
got his GED, of course, but I don't think he walked, bro. I'm pretty sure he didn't.
You know it's crazy because now that I think about it, he was supposed to be right next to me if we do.
Yeah,
If he
because he was
would,
right at the
he
beginning. He was
wasn't.
like the yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what
Damn.
happened. I fucked with Rodney heavy, bro. He was cool as hell.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he was like the only friend I had when I first started that we would like fuck around in
Yeah.
algebra class. Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Was
because
Cy weird that first year?
uh no, because the okay, so when I went to side, that was my ninth grade year because I failed my first
Right.
one
So where'd you
at
go that
Noma.
first ninth year?
It was a New Orleans Military Maritime
Oh, the
Academy.
military academy? Oh, fuck
Yeah, that
that.
shit was ass. And it was like
Fuck that.
that was their first year working, and they didn't have like well, first of all, we didn't even have like real structured teachers, especially like our science teacher. One of the science teachers was mad racist, and he said some shit. I forgot what happened. He was like, "This is why y'all." This is why y'all was slaves. It was basically like a slave joke about, and like literally
Damn.
that was the last day we ever saw him.
Oh yeah, you gotta go. Like you can't do that in New Orleans.
Right, like
Like
that
where do
shit
you
was
think you
crazy.
are, bro?
Then fuck the principal. Principal wasn't no better either, but yeah,
And I can't say I'm
that was
totally
a different
shocked
time.
considering it's a military maritime academy. So you failed that motherfucker, came to side. So
I was supposed originally I was supposed to go to
So
side,
you
but
were supposed to
they
graduate in 15.
yeah,
Okay.
me and Rodney.
So you
We
weren't, but you were to say you weren't originally going to go to Psy.
no, I was supposed to go there before
Oh,
went to the military school, but
maritime.
I think
Oh.
we was late on the paper. Yeah, we was late on the paperwork
Mm.
for it, so I ended up going up. And then
Yeah, I've
like
always
I guess they
said
hit us up.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Or yeah, they just hit us up after that. After that year, that was I ain't gonna lie. 2012 was a bad year. That was a bad.
Me too. I completely agree. You
But you
failed.
know,
Look, like, wait. So that means your first ninth grade year was 11, 12
that was
or
like
12, 13?
that was
No, 11, 12.
11, 12, yeah.
Yeah.
Then 12,
Yeah.
13 was that side.
Yeah.
The only
My
good
11,
part
12
about
and 12, 13 was not a great time.
fucking worse.
Not a great time.
The only good part about 12 was I remember was fucking Joey Badass 1999 coming up.
That makes sense. I remember one of the ways I became cool with you at the beginning is because Jack became cool with you.
No, no, I don't
Because
think Jack and
he had been listening to Pro Era. I
right.
thought, or maybe y'all just ended up becoming cool over that because I do remember that.
I don't remember even having class with Jack like that.
No, you probably wouldn't. I mean, he would have been
I mean, yeah, because he was a year
technically
under.
like 2 whole years younger than you. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's
I
kind of
think
crazy to think about though. Like, I think sometimes that our group, like really thinking back on it, knowing that you had a shitty 2 years right before that, I had a shitty 2 years. Like DeAndre had just moved. Najee life was
right.
always shitty. Like Neil had, like everybody, like Gage failed out. Like literally all of us as a unit had really just fucked up. Like I don't know if any of us were really like doing that
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Like, did
because
we
Gage
all just become
and
a friend
Anthony
group
was
out
at
of mutual trauma?
right. Fucking Gage and Anthony, they was at what Benjamin Banneker, not Benjamin
No,
Franklin.
Franklin. Wait, but
Yeah,
I thought wasn't
Najee.
Montreal and Neil there too, and
I don't know
Najee?
about Neil. I know not. It was Najee. It was like yeah, that's like where half of them. I don't know about Neil,
I'm
but
pretty
so
sure
I
Neil
remember.
because Neil went to Lusher K through 8, or
Oh
he went.
yeah,
Well, let me not say K. I don't know if that's true. He went Lusher until 8, so he had to go somewhere else 9. I thought. I think he said he went to Franklin. I could be
no,
wrong.
yeah, no. Neil was in my Neil was in my ninth grade.
Yeah, you're right. I did know that. Okay, yeah. So he went
Yeah,
Lusher until then.
yeah. Then he went to side.
Yeah.
So he was
But I
straight
mean,
to side.
like half the rest of the group failed out.
Yeah. We all had our tough experiences before going to side. But
Thanks.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Side was more like clean than Benjamin Banneker. Benjamin Banneker was like that was a hood ass school.
Oh, dude,
Oh Jesus.
the thing that was so funny, me and Gage had this conversation. Like when we had never had this combo until we got on the pod and like really like talked about it. Like
Yeah.
when we both were leaving in Lusher and Franklin, we were telling people that's what was gonna happen because that was obviously what was gonna fucking happen. Like I had a 1.4. You know what I mean? Like
Lord.
I was
Yeah.
I was failing out. Like I did a bad job. You know. What was so crazy is that like basically everyone thought Psy was like the trash. Like people thought Psy was the hood school. People thought like mainly because all these uptown little kids had never really seen a school actually in the trenches before. And it's like you
Right.
got the Psy and it's like, oh, this isn't hood at all. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it was, I guess, but not really. Like,
I think it was like right before we got there, it was like real hood. Then like
yeah,
after we left, it got fucking real hood. But
that is what it
but
kind of
no,
seemed like. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we did have some, we had the people in our grade that did their thing.
right. I remember
R.I.P. to some of them.
Yeah, damn. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
thanks.
remember when we had that week where there was so many damn fights that they had to close us into our advisories.
You,
That
rem-
was when
you remember when we couldn't bring backpacks because somebody had threatened to bring a gun?
yeah, exactly. You had to bring either
That
that or
shouldn't be
see-through
funny,
bags.
but somehow that's funny. You
Yeah,
remember
man,
when dude got put in a trash can before school day started?
yes. I, bro,
Like
them fights was funny as hell.
7:45. Remember
Up
the time we
early.
almost go ahead.
I'm about to say, they up early trying to beat each other up. I remember when Ronson and Orlando fought and bro bit him. Oh man, that was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I do remember that. I always remember all the off-campus fights too, seeing the videos.
Oh God, bro, that them fights with C and
Who
Shake.
yeah,
No,
man,
it was Willie and Shake. Oh,
I forgot the man. I remember the treasure fights too. I forgot who she fought, but like I remember motherfuckers they was getting their ass beat. Like it was like whoa, like
and
god damn.
that's when they learned not to mess with Shaquan, man.
Oh,
Shaquan was
I could have told y'all that. I have one great shaky story. Like truly, it's an amazing shaky story. I had biology with her first period at Sci, so I ain't know nobody. And for whatever reason, she sat like right next to me, and I'm pretty sure she's an October birthday too. So I think she's
right.
a fellow Libra like myself. Like
Makes sense.
yeah, but it was our first test, and she didn't even ask. She just took my shit. She was like, "Yeah, I'm about to use your test." I was like, "Okay." She just jacked
Yeah,
my shit. I was like,
I'm about to
"Okay,
say
word."
cannot argue
I
with
meant to say I meant to say this to DeAndre yesterday because he was talking about Spanish. My favorite thing, one of my other favorite moments with Sai is my second ninth grade year, technically 10th, because I ended up being 10th at the end of it.
her.
I was in Spanish one again. And I remembered way more of Spanish one than I realized. Like the first test we had in Spanish one, I got 100, like full stop. And
Jesus.
like I know everybody thought I was smart and yada yada, but I never got hundreds. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I think all of y'all that know me really well, I don't like to. I don't want to spend the time as necessary to get 100. Like that's stupid.
Just passing is
If I
perfect.
could get a low A, but it's still an A, like I don't care. Like that's totally fine.
Right.
But I got 100, and I was like, oh shit! Like I noticed. And Troy Ray was in that class, and I knew Sion because Sion went to Audubon. Whitley went to Audubon too, and
Nice.
Troy and Sion live like down the block from Jack. So I had already met Troy, so Troy was my homie already. I didn't
Right.
realize, I didn't really realize I had met him for real. To be honest, he'll probably if he ever sees this. Sorry, Troy. I didn't really even know, but he like rocked for me so hard right at the beginning. I was like, yeah, no, this is my guy. I was like, if you're gonna ride for
Troy,
me like this, you're my guy.
but what Troy fucking go. He was
Dog.
he was like the only like dude our age that was like a grade above that was like really fucking with us.
Dude, he was
Troy was
cool as
that
fuck.
dude though. Hell yeah.
Real as
I
hell,
fuck with
bro.
Troy,
He,
man.
he was finna beat Will's ass one time for me, and I didn't even ask.
I remember.
He was just angry because he found out that it involved me, and Troy was like, okay, well, I already have all this beef with him, so
It sucks because
I gotta duke it out now.
everybody was at Will's head.
That's true. That's very true. But so in
Even
that Spanish class, yeah, facts. Well, me and Will were at each other. It's funny though.
that
Me
was
and Will are
weird.
cool now. Me and Will are totally cool now.
Oh yeah.
No beef, no nothing.
Bro different. That was weird because like what you doing beefing with Miles like that? Like Miles don't hurt
But it's
nobody.
also like I was not having sex with True. Like that's the whole thing. You had beef that I was cool with True. That's like I wasn't doing nothing. Like me and True were just cool. Like,
Right.
but
I'm about to say
so Troy was in that span. Go
I'm
ahead.
about to say he was just bro was just overprotective for no reason.
Yeah.
While cheating on Shorty.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot what you called, but you about to edit that out. But yeah,
Yeah. I don't really care.
I'm about to say
Honestly, I don't really
that
care.
was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, like, and if they ever see it and they have an issue and they want me to take it down, I'm telling this to both True Treasure, whoever, or not True Treasure, True Will, whoever. If y'all want me to take it down or edit it out, sure. But
No worries.
it's not. Y'all not cheaters now. Anybody that did anything back then, all the slate is clean. I don't care. Like,
It's fucking. I'm about to say that was high school. High school
yeah,
don't
like
count.
we all. I turned 25 a week from today. Obviously, this will come out way later than this, but like.
Right.
I'm about to be 25 years old. I don't care anymore, bro. This shit is all really fond memories. Even the bullshit, I'm very fond of. But I remember I was in that Spanish class, and Troy sat right behind me. And I should probably, well, I can admit this. I don't care. We basically schemed up a way to cheat for the whole class.
Nice.
Like there was a whole half side of the class that cheated off me because what I would do is I would circle the answers on the test paper.
Yeah.
And I would put it on the side of my desk in a way that you could see the answers. So I was still bubbling my Scantron.
Were we in the same class?
We might have been. It's possible.
I remember having class with it. Was I with Troy? I think I was. Yeah, I remember having class Spanish one with Troy, but I think he probably just failed. I don't know.
I
It
know.
was
No, he passed that year.
it was me, Troy. Was that Spanish? No, that was Spanish one. It was me,
He
Troy,
passed the year I was
Daquan.
there, but that was 10th grade.
Wait, Daquan, me, Trey, uh, Lionel. He was another one that came from Banneker.
Oh,
Uh,
I didn't know that.
well, to tell, I remember when Daquan and Brooklyn got into that fight in our
I do
Spanish
too.
one class, and Troy broke it up.
So
So
I
that's
so
how I know he was in it.
yeah.
But I could have
Your
been.
ninth? Was that your actual ninth grade year?
No, that was 10th grade. That was 10th grade. Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Then they
So that
must
could
have
have been
moved
like
Troy.
probably no. I don't know.
Maybe I
That
was
must
in that class.
that must have been like so you was in that Spanish one like the entire year.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't gonna
With
lie, if you don't
Manioni.
remember Trey. Well, then again, Trey was really quiet then.
No. But I
Yeah,
know
yeah, I
Troy
had
was in that
Mignoni
bitch
too.
because Troy cheated off me. I know for a fact, and I just may
Yeah,
not have been there the day they got into the fight. To be honest,
right. We definitely had the same class then.
yeah, we had to have because I even
'Cause
now that you're saying it, I don't recall you it's like
was
it's
that
ringing
when
a bell that you were in it.
motherfuckers was like flipping backpacks and shit inside
Yeah,
out?
everything. Yeah,
Right. Um, well, I know they used to always do that shit too. It was like they had that bitch split
that would
between us,
that
the
would piss
11th
people
graders,
off when people would do that.
right? Right.
Nah, because I know Troy was in my class because I remember Troy was basically like he had to pass. Like he was kind of
And-
fucked. Like he needed to pass Spanish one because if you fail Spanish one as a junior, you're fucked.
right. Right. Because
You
you
have
had
to pass.
to.
You have to take Spanish too to graduate. So like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we had to. I don't
But
know. We had to, bro.
me and Trey talked about this. You remember? You remember? Well, granted, we never got in trouble because we didn't do anything. But you remember the day we was gonna get a gang violence charge? The beef with Micah that random one day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his dumbass trying to fight. I remember
Oh man.
when his ass was trying to fight Najee. Oh,
He tried to fight Najee. He tried to fight me. He tried to fight everybody.
Michael, then he couldn't even fight. That was the funny part. Shout out to Michael. I
Shout out
remember
Micah.
when
I think I saw him one time. I swear to God.
probably did. Fucking,
And if
I forgot who.
and if I did see him, it made so much sense because Mans was working out outside, and I was like, yeah, this feels like Micah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
like he was working out at a bus stop, and I was like, well.
he probably just working on. Nah,
So
I
when you got to
somebody
New
said it.
Orleans, we kind of talked about some of the negative aspects. What were like the positive culture shock parts? Was there anything where you were like, oh wow, this is dope? Like I like at what point? I'm assuming that at a point like it became, oh, I fuck with New Orleans more than I fuck with this other place. Like, how did that, I guess, transition sort of occur? If it
Hey,
did, if it didn't,
ooh, that's it. Well, I guess I could say I guess when I really started getting more comfortable and we became friends with y'all when I went to side because it definitely wasn't when I was at Bannock or fucking military school.
yeah,
So I say like maybe freshman year is when I started getting more like yeah, I like it because that's when yeah I oh, boy after that terrible 2020 2012 yeah anything would probably make that better but
that's fair.
yeah I'd definitely say like 2013 yeah up
Yeah.
because
What are the
like
parts at this point? Like, obviously, I think me and Trey kind of talked about this too. I think for a lot of our friend group in particular, like the big thing about New Orleans is our friends and not necessarily some of the other aspects, especially for you and Trey, because y'all aren't, you know, y'all didn't grow up in the city. Well, like you, Trey, Gage, like y'all didn't grow up in the city the whole time. You know what I mean? Not that that's a diss at all. Like I'm not. I know some New Orleans people take that like way too seriously. It's like y'all were here. If you graduated from high school in New Orleans,
that's enough
even if you didn't grow up from 0 to 12, you grew up in the city, right? To me.
right
Um,
oh
but What are the other parts about the city like that you like? What are stuff that you fuck with now, if there is anything, or are you like just ready to get the fuck out the city? I'm assuming you're still in the city, huh?
Yes, unfortunately. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready to go right now.
Yeah.
Like not when it was like I didn't go nowhere and I only knew like New Orleans and Minnesota. I was like, okay, this New Orleans, this cool. But now that I've actually like been places and seen other shit, I'm ready to leave.
What
Like,
makes you want to leave? Like, what about other
uh,
places is the thing that kind of like pushes that? I
I
kind of
say
have an
more of the.
assumption on what some of the answers are, but I'm curious.
I'm about to say it can be long, but no. I say more like the environment because down here I just feel like I'm being held back and I don't even know how. And
Mm.
it's just like I feel like once I leave out of New Orleans, I'm just shit just gonna start springing, which I doubt that happens. But either way, I still feel like that. Plus, like it's always like gloomy here. Shit's just like it's rare when you have like really beautiful days, especially during the summer where every day is fucking rainy.
True.
Um,
It
the
does rain
people,
daily.
right? The people suck it.
What in
Everybody,
what way?
everybody's just so angry. It's like
That's true.
when you were a visitor, everybody seems so nice. But when you live here, everybody you just start seeing like you start seeing the real people and not just like no fake
That's fair.
tourists. Like
Yeah,
people
people
putting on
are
smiles for
definitely
tourists.
yeah, people are definitely a lot more petty in the city than I think people really realize. Like I was having a
Right.
conversation with one of my homies last night. We kind of talked about Katrina babies a little bit, and we talked about the dudes who like made Katrina babies, and all that shit is fire. Like I have nothing but
Right.
positive to say. But I even said in it, I was like, I know that there are people in the city. I don't know them personally, but I know that there are people in the city that don't fuck with that dude, don't fuck with the project, don't fuck with all that because they just got motherfuckers in New Orleans who really are just professional haters. Like their whole life
Exactly.
is spent being an asshole, being a dick. And it's like, bro,
I
like
don't
what
know.
is the point of this? Like you're so angry you haven't been uplifted that you don't want anyone else to uplift. That don't make sense.
Exactly. I remember one time hearing about so where I work at now, you get to meet like all the fame the local celebrities and shit. Well,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, bro is a celebrity. Fucking Rob 49. We was
yeah.
he was supposed to perform some. I think it was like free water or some shit, and some random dude just shot up his car. Just randomly. He wasn't even in it. It was. I think his homie was in it, but I don't want to say that because it might be true, it might not. But I remember hearing about that, and I'm just thinking, bro, why? Dude is like literally bro's like literally a damn near superstar down here, and you just like you trying to fuck it up. Like I never got that with my people. Well, with
I
my
don't get
New
it.
Orleans people. Yeah, like
I
why
mean,
would
you
you
look
want
at
to
shit
stop
like
somebody's shine?
right. I mean, if you could go back to, I mean, if we want like if we want to get into like Cash Money and shit like that. I mean, why is it Birdman doesn't want to actually pay the people? Like, dude, like if you would actually put BG and Juvie and everybody else really in the position to be successful like they would have, like there, I will always believe we could have been Atlanta, like rap wise.
Hell
I
yeah.
will never be under the belief that that was supposed to go that way. Don't get me wrong, I love Atlanta rap like a lot,
See Atlanta.
but
Yeah, see Atlanta, they support the fuck out of each other, and that's the thing.
they do,
Atlanta and Houston really, but they really
they
like they
do.
gonna help each other grow, and that's just not here. People
I
they'll
mean,
laugh
because
at you for trying to make
you see collabs across everybody. You know what I mean? You know,
right.
like I'll just use Thug, Free Thug, but I'll just use Thug. Like,
That's
think about how many people in Atlanta shit he's been on. Literally, if you name any of the big, all of them, like they all have tracks with each other. Where's the? I mean, maybe it exists, and I'm being dumb. Where's the 4ix9ine and Nino track? Where's the 4ix9ine and any of the dudes who have already made it in the city, which is one of my biggest frustrations, especially with Wayne. Like, dude,
oh
hello,
man.
you're not from Miami. I get
Not
it.
from
You love
fucking
Miami. You're not from Miami.
bro.
Like, you
What?
can give back, my guy. Like,
The only time he gets,
like, and I'm not
only
saying you got
time
to
Wayne hears
put
for his
money
festival.
back,
Right.
literally. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like his fest, and since I'm being critical of Wayne, that fest does help. You know what I mean? You do put people on, people can get jobs. You know, it
It's true.
stimulates part of the economy for a little while. So I can't be mad at that. But like, come on, man. How hard is it to get 4.9 on the track? How I mean,
You know
like
how
any of these dudes, it don't even have to just be him.
that shit like really life changing. A Lil Wayne verse from the a New Orleans rapper getting a Lil Wayne verse. It's literally like not even heard of unless he
That's
like
what I'm
really
saying.
close to
Or
him.
like, yo, Manny, go give the young boys some beats. I'm trying to hear old New Orleans beats with new dudes. Like
Exactly.
you listen to ESTG.
Uh, I ain't gonna say I listen to it, but I fuck with him.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
So he has a off the not his newest record, but the one before that. He releases too much damn music. But off the one before that, he has 550 degrees, and it's like, bro, you're using the beat, and that's amazing. Like, go use the 400 degrees Juvie beat. Like, go use the beat. Like,
right.
that's just me. Like, if you go use the old New Orleans beat on a song, you sold me. Unless you do a shitty job. Unless you do a shitty job.
And see, like a lot of artists don't even like that. I remember hearing about Juicy J suing Suicide Boys because they used to always use his beats, but then I guess they wiped that under the fucking rug or something because I haven't heard nothing about it ever since. But
I just I just feel like we got to go back to that sound for rap wise. That's just me. We don't have to completely, but I
yeah,
like the sound. Like, I feel like it would be nice to be authentic.
I ain't gonna lie,
There's a lot of rap sounds cool.
authentic is like motherfuckers try too hard to be authentic now. Because now like authentic is like the rap now is just fucking beyond me. That's the
Yeah.
rap now is just like
I mean, I was reading they had a Manny Fresh article. It was like Manny was talking to people, and like, they released an article about it. I saw it on Twitter today, and I read it. And one of the things Manny basically was saying is like, we got too many rappers who are just rapping. All they rap is get money rap. That's it. And it's like, bro, and he's right. It's like, bro, come on, like, y'all can rap about some other shit, and you'll make money along the way. Like,
right. If people feel like if it's not about drugs, killing, or getting money, they not gonna make money. They're not gonna succeed out of it. So if you don't live that hard life, you're not gonna be a rapper. That's basically how people see it.
it's like that's just not even
You ain't,
true.
if you ain't jump off the porch at 13, you're not a rapper.
Right.
That's
They all
basically
think that, and then the biggest rapper in the world is Drake. Drake ain't jump off nobody porch.
Toronto.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I
I ain't
mean,
gonna say
even
Toronto.
like
Toronto
Kendrick.
got
Like,
it.
don't get me wrong. I know Kendrick grew up like in a set for real, but like, you know, he didn't choose that lifestyle.
Right.
Does
He definitely
he
don't
rap
rap
about
about.
what
Well,
he saw? Sure,
right.
but he's not out here being like, I'm murdering motherfuckers. I'm doing hella drugs. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
that's that young bro. That's what they used to do back in the day. Like they just rap about shit that they hear. Now it's just they rap about shit that they do, and now their asses in jail, dead, or
The biggest question
influencing.
half the time though is do motherfuckers actually do the shit they say they do? And that'd be the thing for me. Like let's use Future, right? Like, love Future. Future's music is good, but like,
I,
we actually all know that Future does not do drugs like that anymore. Like, we've known
you're
that
right.
for like basically a decade, like half a decade. Like, he has not done major drugs like consistently, at least as of him. I mean, I don't know the man personally. Like,
I'm about to
he
say,
stopped. You
bro,
know what I mean?
he not sipping lean. Like he not sipping lean. He not
No.
popping. He not doing none of that shit. But
Perks.
he's like influencing
Yeah.
all these. It's the fact that it's the fact that people really be influenced by these rappers like this. It's crazy to me. It's not crazy to me, but it's still crazy.
I get being influenced in like a fashion sense or in like a cultural sense. What I don't get is like, why are you being influenced in what are you gonna do with your life sense? Like, bro, a lot of people became a rapper because they didn't have an option. You have an option. That doesn't mean emulate not having an option. That also doesn't mean don't become a rapper. You could become a rapper, but like, rap about you and your circumstance and the shit that you have and you see.
It'd be killing me seeing like a bunch of kids be having like rapper themed fucking birthday parties. Be like 2 years old with like an NBA young boy birthday party.
Nah,
Like,
that's fucking funny.
that,
I haven't seen that. That's hilarious.
what they kids really be having like little dirt
Hey, for
theme
my
parties where they
30th
got the Drake
birthday,
and shit.
5 years from now, for my 30th birthday, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have a rapper party. We all gotta be a rapper.
Hell yeah.
No
You know,
blackface though.
dress
So
up
the
as your
white people,
favorite
you got to
rapper.
pick a white rapper. The white people, you got
There's
to
gonna be
no overlap.
too many M&Ms, man.
No, no overlap. The white people got to claim who they want, and I got Mac. Y'all can get anybody else but Mac.
That's like
Y'all could be
5 other
Eminem, Asher
rappers.
Roth, MGK,
Oh, Asher
fucking
Roth.
Vanilla Ice. I know, right? Asher Roth sucks. That's really rude, but I don't like Asher Roth's music. He doesn't suck as a person, I guess, but his music is booty. Yeah, facts, he did.
That one song, that was it.
They got Sammy Adams, that Massachusetts rapper that was popping for a little while.
Who the fuck is that?
I have to show you. One of my homies used to listen to him. He showed me. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
One of these motherfuckers got to be Logic. That's all I know.
Someone's gonna be Post Malone. I don't really think he's a rapper, but it's close enough.
I'm about to say he had like.
Who am I forgetting? Oh, someone's got to be Jack Harlow. He exists.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
People like Jack. People like Jack. He's cool.
Gage would be Jack Harlow.
Gage is the tallest one. Gage is the tallest of my white homies, so that would fit.
Yeah, we just gotta give him like a curly wig.
Because everybody else is short as shit. I could be Jack Harlow if I grew my hair though, because my hair curls and goes kind of crazy like that sometimes. I grow too much of a beard though. I grow too much of a beard.
Well, you gotta cut it. That beard's not gonna take you long.
That's true. It's very true.
I mean, fucking one time you cut that shit, you was a whole new person.
Oh man, you talking about man? I never will do that again. I'll cut my hair, obviously, but no. When I don't know why I convinced my barber to cut my beard off. I was like, that was a mistake. I was like, you can cut it low. I'm a totally different person. I mean, I'm already a totally different person from long hair to short hair. Like, even if you keep the beard, like, I look like a totally different person.
That's true.
Very weird.
You can do whatever you want, Miles. You just change one slight thing about yourself and you be straight.
That's true. I just have to make sure that whatever one slight thing I've changed is like long enough to make a difference. Because like if I did it right now, I would still look like me. But if you gave me like a year and then grew my hair really long and then cut it, I wouldn't look like me.
That's like peak murder time when it's like your hair's like right here.
I'm dead as fuck.
Just like
I knew that's where that was going.
Touch the shoulders.
That's where that's where that was going. I knew that's where that was going.
Once you get to the shoulders.
Christ.
Miles turns.
Hey, if I ever grow hair again at the FBI, I'm not about to murder. Don't worry.
You see like 10.
If I randomly cut it, I didn't do anything sketchy. It was not me.
Everybody, you're gonna have like all the police watching your ass, all Google cars following behind you. No.
Nigga be like, why you cut your hair? I'm like, hey, calm down. I'm like, it's not even like that. Serious. So, but okay, so you spent. What are you? You 25?
Yeah.
When you turn 26?
January.
Not for a minute, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so you basically spent we're almost at half of your life in Minnesota, half of your life in New Orleans.
Basically, I spent more time here.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself a New Orleanian? Like, do you feel like you're from New Orleans?
Yeah, more than I do. Yeah, more than I do Minnesota.
That makes sense.
What? Okay. I feel like I don't even feel like the same person. That Santana was more white than black.
That's how. In what ways?
Like
just in general, just because that was the influence that you were around.
Yeah. So music wise, I listen to nothing but heavy metal, rock.
Oh, damn.
A lot of Slipknot.
That explains that. Hey, that explains a lot though.
Yeah.
Because it explains when rappers started to kind of go into that route, you fucked with it.
Right. Like I started off listening to, well, really I started off listening to R&B, but I was more into heavy metal than I was rap growing up.
Okay.
The closest thing I got to rap was this group called Hollywood Undead.
Okay.
And it was just like a bunch of white dudes in LA who wore masks and rapped.
All right, so Daft Punk, but not electronic music.
Bingo.
And not famous.
Not,
or at least not Daft Punk famous.
I'm about to say Daft Punk. Fucking
yeah, fact. Yeah.
I'm so sad when he retired.
Yeah, facts. More famous than everybody though. That's what it feels like. No, I'm not really, but that's what it feels like.
Everybody know that point.
Facts. Even if you barely know any songs by them, you know they exist.
Right. You know they fucking helmets. If you see the helmets, you know
Okay,
where they come from.
because you listen to Avenged Sevenfold, I'm about to go on a quick tangent. If rappers can be held to the standard for what they say in their lyrics, and they're taking literal no matter what, why aren't heavy metal bands? Because Avenged Sevenfold has multiple times where they're talking about like necrophilia and crazy shit. Like
Right.
actually, like whoa, this is wild.
See whenever I think about that type of shit, like I be thinking like white people be bringing that type of stuff out, and I'm just like, bro, fucking heavy metal music literally has people cutting each other up, fucking sacrifices, all the bloody shit. That's way, I yeah, nah, that shit way worse than fucking shooting. Because,
I'm sorry, it is.
bro,
Like, don't get me wrong, like death is a death, but like that's what like Dahmer versus somebody who just shoots somebody randomly, totally different. Totally different.
you, bro, I'm about to get into a conspiracy theory. You heard of you remember the dude who shot Ricky in the back on
Yeah.
yeah, you heard about what happened to him?
Didn't he get shot in the back?
No, that would have been shit. No, he was so he basically became his character in the movie and ended up going to jail where and his fucking cellmate basically fucking sacrificed him to Satan. Bro, yeah, they found him like
Hello?
all bloodied up, cut up. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Dude, I was reading an article yesterday. There's evidently, where is it? I'm forgetting what part of the country. There's like evidently a very active serial killer on the loose.
Oh yeah.
Like killed like 10 people in the last like 6 months. All dudes though. And that shit almost never happens.
That's different.
Because usually it's men, and men a lot of the time are murdering women.
Women, yeah.
Although I guess that's not true though. I guess that's not true if we look at someone like Dahmer.
Yeah, but with that, it was mostly like niggas they was going for like sex workers and shit.
Yeah, I mean he was preying on people he believed that society didn't care about, aka gay black people. Which at the time, yeah. I mean, he's not wrong. No, right. He really wasn't. Like I hate to be like that, but he was not wrong. I still don't know if we really care about gay black people the way we should.
Fuck no. But
that's a whole different can of worms. Yeah, and that is actually, let me even say this before I don't sound inclusionary. And I mean like anywhere on the spectrum of queerness, like whether you're trans, like gay, lesbian, bi, whatever, like all of them, asexual, like whatever the fuck.
It's just weird because I think after I heard like basically we're just a floating rock and like anything could happen to Earth and we have no control of it. I'm just like, why the fuck we even like this? A fucking meteorite could just destroy our shit, and it don't matter what race it is. We all did.
Dunzo. I mean, and it's horrible. Like I was having a conversation with same conversation I was having with my homie yesterday. We were talking about like disaster recovery because he went to Harvard, did a whole like thesis on like Katrina and then what happened in the East and Treme. Like it's fucking fire. We was talking about all that, and it's like I obviously do not wish disaster upon people ever. Like that's not a thing you wish upon people. However, I will say I am intrigued to see what occurs as disaster becomes more common, because I'm interested to see if the global psyche about how we care about others changes. I'm not really optimistic it will, but it might.
I remember the so like the storm in Florida right now. They had I forgot if it was like a mayor or a governor. He was based. So you remember like that hurricane that happened that went like all the way up to like New York and shit?
Yeah.
I remember I saw some shit about that on Twitter about how he basically was like, fuck that, they don't need no money. And now that it's now that it's Florida that's fucked, people just like basically laughing at him and saying like, this is what like karma, bitch. Basically.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like I want Florida to get help, but like there are moments like that where I'm like, I do think people have to learn the lesson of your actions. Like you don't get to be a dick just to be a dick.
Right, and it's the same that it's a shame that it's the good people have to suffer for it. because
Yeah,
there's literally people who have to start all over, and
yeah.
they can't because they can't get no funds.
No, that's fact. Like I feel really bad for the people out west who got to deal with like the massive droughts and fires and everything. But I'm also very keenly aware that they a lot of the time were the ones making fun of New Orleans, being like, "Y'all shouldn't exist." And it's like, well, dude,
Exactly.
now who shouldn't exist? Like, do you see why this mindset is bad? Because I don't feel that way. I feel if you live somewhere, you should have the protection to be able to live there.
Right.
Now, if it hits a point where the natural resource just makes it impossible for you to live there, that's a whole different can of worms. But like, I want people, the Constitution, in theory, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If my life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, I want to go live someplace, I should be able to live there, unless it's randomly somewhere in the fucking Alaska. And I'm not really cool with that. Like, don't go live in a mountain. Like unless you're just like, if you're a part of the natives, cool, do whatever the fuck you want. Totally cool with that. But if you're just some random gringo, don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it. I'm not cool with
that.
But like, it's one of those moments where I'm like, are y'all learning why this is such a bad way of treating people? Because there will be a lot of people from New Orleans who will never have empathy and never want to help people because of that very reason. Because people were like, fuck y'all shouldn't exist. It's like, oh. And now granted, I can be the grown up and be like, look, I want people to get help. But I understand if people don't.
Right.
I really do.
Like, exactly. Like, you said fuck me, I'm saying fuck you. But
like I randomly sent the most random stray at all of Chicago Bears Twitter. But like I randomly ran across when we played them in the NFC Championship in 2006. And they literally would make signs like the Bears are gonna finish what Katrina started. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, and that's why your team fucking sucks. That's why your team is dog shit.
Exactly.
And has
fucking
been
Chicago
since then.
Chicago ain't been good since the fucking 90s.
I like Chicago too. That's the worst part. God
City great. Team and people are fucking awful.
Some of the people are cool, but yeah, the shitty ones, it's like the shitty New Yorkers too. It's like, God damn, stop being like that.
Right.
Because I went to New York for the first time this year or last year when this comes out. And like, I don't think New Yorkers are assholes. I get that I saw how they can be, but like I didn't have that experience. Like the people were like, oh, I go to New York, everyone's mean. Everyone was not mean. No one was really mean, actually.
I hear a lot of comparisons from people, well, from New York people to New Orleans people, and I feel like, that's probably why. If you like somewhere where it's like you don't have where you just like everybody. Well, I think New York is just like everybody just minding their business, so they really don't want to talk to anybody.
That's literally really what it seems like.
So
no, that's literally what it seems like.
If you force yourself on them, they probably gonna be assholes.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, the other thing,
I feel like that's everywhere.
That's true. And one of my homies said this about New York too, and I think this is a good point. Like, if you're looking to go to New York to be handheld by the locals for them to like really show you, nah, you're in the wrong place. Like, you have to just go and make your own experience. Like I would say New Orleans is one of those places you could come and like the locals actually really will help you. Like if you go to a local and like, what the fuck should I do? I've never been here before. We might look at you like, why the fuck are you asking me? But then it would be like, well, I do have recommendations. Like, I do have things that like, depending on what you want to do, yeah, okay, I can recommend you to do stuff.
I guess it's because it's a city that has so much shit. New York, Manhattan itself just has so much in its.
There's so much shit.
4 times the size of New Orleans. So,
true, Manhattan population wise compared to New Orleans is ridiculous. Like, New Orleans basically doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, fucking what?
We're
just a borough.
Not literally. It's like we're like
literally Harlem.
I'm real life about to Google this. How many people are in each borough in New York? Because I want to see which one we're really the most comparable to. Boroughs of New York. We're not even comparable because all of them got more than 1 million people. The closest one, the only one we're comparable to is the one that no one wants to be from. Staten Island.
Staten Island.
I'm not comparing us to Staten Island. I'm unwilling to do that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, you're kind of right. Like, New Orleans kind of just feels like if you could put all of New Orleans. This probably isn't true, but it feels like you could just put all of New Orleans in Harlem. Like, it would be like, there you go.
Offsides. Because like Houston is Houston different. I fucking went
No,
to
no,
Houston a
Houston's
while.
totally different.
I went to Houston for my grandma's funeral in June, and that was like my first time really like
Happy.
exploring. Facts. But that was like
You
my
lost
first
a
time
grandma,
really
I
exploring
lost a
Houston.
grandpa, so I feel you.
Yeah, we in it.
It was one of those years.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Just another bad year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nah,
that
bro,
was like
no,
my first
Houston's
time
like
really
Atlanta.
exploring.
Like, it's like a metropolitan, like, it's huge. It's too big.
Oh yeah. Hell,
Honestly.
you have to have a car to live there.
No, you literally have to, yeah. Like, because I mean, if you live in a suburb of Houston, you're like an hour away. And you're not even really an hour away, so you're an hour of traffic.
Exactly. I remember well see, I fuck with Houston because Houston is what New Orleans should be. It's a great place to like when you have a business and stuff. They help you flourish out there.
Yeah.
A couple of people I know went out there and like they should just started booming.
And that's the thing I was saying earlier when I had assumptions about why you wanted to dip. And I mean, I feel like from everybody in our generation, one of the things I want to do as this series evolves is talk to people not in our generation to get another like point of view. But
Right.
like for us, there's not opportunity, or there's not enough opportunity to realistically think that I can be here forever.
Right.
Because it's like,
And
what is the actual opportunity? Like to make a meaningful life. Like, and that means money, basically.
Right.
Where the money at?
And there's when the fucking minimum wage still $7.25 is. It's like, what the fuck? I could have a full-time job and still be homeless.
Dude, I didn't before I moved out here for grad school. I had never made more than 10. I had never made double digits an hour ever. The most I'd ever made was 9.
And that's sad because jobs be hard as hell. Like any other job, like any other not any other job, any other state, you got the same job be making like damn it twice as much.
A lot of them, yeah. I mean, I
That's how I
don't think
feel.
there are other places that are still just as bad enough minimum wage wise, but yeah, dude.
Oh
Like
God, yes.
on campus for like if you're a graduate student like I am at UAF at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, for people who don't know what UAF is. Like so I'm a graduate assistant. So I technically have a job to like I co-teach a class now. I'll teach classes the next 3 semesters as I wrap up the thing. But
Nice.
like I get paid 15 an hour. And then granted, I can't claim more than 20 hours a week. So even if I work more than 20 hours, I can't get more than 20 hours. But like that's significant. Like I'm making literally people's whole paycheck for half the work. Actually, that's not even true. If you're making minimum wage in New Orleans at $7.25, well, actually, I think New Orleans boosted its own individual minimum wage higher, but the states is still $7.25 because I think Cantrell said she was going to do that. So that may be wrong, and I'm not about to fact check it, but I'm just going to throw it out there just in case because I don't want to say that it is still $7.25 and then it's not. Either way, I know the state is, dude. If you're working minimum wage full time, I'm making more money than you part time at 15 because 725 times 2 is not 15. It's 1450. Like that sucks. Because I'm gonna be real. The amount of money I make is not enough money. Like not even close. I make sub $1,000 a month. You can't live anywhere with no, sorry. That's true. I make less than $1,000 a month. Like you can't live off that.
And it's like
you can't even like for comparison, I can't even get they have graduate housing on campus, right? I'm in a dorm right now. Usually most of these videos won't be in my dorm, but every other place that I would usually record, either my professor was in his adjacent office busy or someone was in another place. So I just did it in my dorm.
Right.
I can't even afford graduate housing because the graduate housing per month is more than I make a month. That doesn't make fucking sense. Like, and it's the same thing in New Orleans. Like, people should be getting minimum wage should point blank be minimum wage to live, not just arbitrarily. Yeah, this is the least we want to pay. This is the most least.
To just to live comfortably, you have to have a job. You have to have two jobs, a side hustle, and like somehow be good at fucking looking at stocks just to have a decent life.
Dude, and that's assuming you have like no kids.
Right.
And if
God
you
bless
got
those who have
buku
kids.
kids, like, and imagine, and I mean, God bless the motherfuckers that aren't in stable relationships with kids either. Like, if they on their own, like, damn. I mean, when I was talking to Trey yesterday, it's like, Low is on the camera. You can hear Low in the background. Like, we talk about
Right.
him being a dad and all that type of stuff. And I mean, one of the things he even said is like, one of the reasons he wants to leave is because of that.
Exactly.
He don't know how he can't really put her on the way that he would want to for the rest of her life in the city. He doesn't feel that way. I mean, I think there are ways that it could occur from my own personal opinion, but I do understand from his, that's more reasonable. It's way more reasonable to be like, look, I can leave and try this someplace else as opposed to doing it in the city. And then what? Your kid doesn't get into the good school, so now they got to go to the shitty school. And this isn't to criticize the people who run those schools or anything else like that, but it's like, if you don't give people the opportunity, you have generations of people in F schools, then what? Then fucking what?
It's like a whole systematic thing. Like it all just like trickles down.
No, it 100% does.
It's like
it's so racist too. Like don't get me wrong, I love Uptown because I'm an Uptown motherfucker. Like that's me. But like the love that Uptown gets shown academically because fucking Tulane and Loyola and Xavier happen to be Uptown. Well, Xavier's not totally Uptown, but it's close enough. Like it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. No, they're not giving shit. They're not giving shit to the 9. They're not giving shit to fucking Central City. I mean, to me, that's one of the beauties of Psy being where it is now. Is that Psy actually, to a certain degree, has the capability to be a beacon of hope for certain areas. Because I mean, Psy in a totally different spot.
I saw they building. They building nice.
Dude, I've been inside. I took some photos inside. They let me. Dog, it's nice. Like, it's nice as fuck. Like, I agree with you. I am partly jealous. Now I'm also thankful, and I mean, it wasn't just me. It was everybody that day who spoke in front of the Orleans Parish School Board. But like me and Casey did at the end, right before they allocated the money. But like, it feels beautiful to know, like, hey, look, we had a direct result in this. Even if you weren't there that day, everybody who was going to Psy at that time and was being successful at Psy at that time, it's because of us.
Right.
Period.
I remember.
They wouldn't have wanted to give us the money if it wasn't for that. You know what I mean? There was a dude who spoke right in front of me and Casey, right? And he was talking about how like the Orleans Parish School Board never gives money to predominantly Black schools. We say fuck the predominantly Black schools and give them back to these schools that change them. Like Lusher used to be in the Porsche building. We were in the Henry Allen building. And I totally understood what he meant. And Miss Jacqueline came up to me and she was like, hey, when you go up there, please make sure, like, to remind them that Psy is a predominantly Black school. Like, and not even like predominantly, like basically only.
Right.
Like predominantly
a sprinkle of white people.
Yeah. And like me and Trey literally did this yesterday. Like, it was like white people in our graduating class. I want to say we said, or it was like 8 to 10. There was like 4 or 5 Hispanic people, like 1 or 2 Asians maybe. And one of them is Ashley, who is half Asian. Yeah, Ashley was half white, half Asian, so she counts. Like, also, fun fact I found out on TikTok. You know that the white Asian marriage is the most common out of all interracial marriage.
I'm not surprised.
And evidently, I can't remember which breakdown it is. If it's white man, Asian wife, or Asian. No, it's got to be white man, Asian wife. There's no way it's gonna be Asian man, white wife, which sounds sad. But like, dude, the amount of white man, Asian wife is like damn near more than all of the rest combined. I was like, what? I was like, where in the world is that going on? Because in the South, it isn't.
It is. I'm about to say it's rare to see like that type.
It must be Cali.
They usually stick to their own people.
Right. Yeah, it must be Cali in the Northeast. Because I will say, when I went out to like Boston and shit like that, I was like, whoa. I was like, a lot more Asian folks.
Yeah, in Boston.
You know, crazy. Yeah. I mean, they got MIT and Harvard and all that. So I'm assuming that's why. It may not be. There may be totally other reasons. No, I mean, I definitely just said some racist shit.
That's why you got. That's why you got editing.
That's true. I probably could just edit that out. I might just keep it. I don't know.
Fuck, it's hilarious. No.
I'm of the belief, like, if you're self-aware enough of the way, like, as a white person, right? If I'm self-aware and can articulate, like, about being self-aware, about, you know, like what I just said is slightly racist, no matter what, because it's stereotypes.
Right.
However, I do believe that is actually part of the reason why. There's probably other reasons, but I'm not from Boston. I don't have the liberty of knowledge. I would love to be informed.
No. Right. You know? Like, what is out there in Boston?
Yeah, I'm never going to be closed off to learning. You know what I mean? That shit is stupid. But okay, you're a New Orleanian. I've asked basically everybody this. What's your Mount Rushmore of New Orleans food? There's 4 motherfuckers on that, just in case, because motherfuckers are bad.
Gumbo. That's a motherfucking George Washington right there.
That is fact.
I was definitely crawfish.
Okay.
I want to say a snowball because I feel like this is the only place I call it snowballs, but they be having everywhere.
I've been waiting for somebody to say a snowball.
Yeah, definitely snowball.
Everybody been missing because I think a snowball's on my list personally. I haven't said my full list, and I'm never gonna say it until I do an episode just for me. Mainly because I don't want to repeat it 100,000 times because everyone's gonna be like, "God damn, I'm tired of hearing the top 4."
Like, yeah, no, well,
but I do think a snowball's in the 4. I do think the snowball's up there. Yeah.
That and
all right, so that's 3. So gumbo, crawfish. Oh, po' boy. Okay. Okay, I got 2 follow-ups. I got 3 follow-ups immediately. No, actually, fuck it. No, I got 4. Seafood or chicken andouille for the gumbo.
Seafood.
Or both.
Seafood.
Fair. Okay.
Fuck it. I'm gonna say both. They both be good.
Yeah, valid. What's your favorite crawfish dish? What is your favorite crawfish dish if it's not like it? Okay, actually, scratch that. This is what I'm asking. If your answer is boiled crawfish, cool. What is your favorite dish that is not boiled crawfish? That is a crawfish dish. And if your favorite is not boiled crawfish, that's cool too. I know a lot of people be like boiled, and that makes sense.
I'm about to say this is a damn near activity down here. But I A2 be good.
Crawfish season is a big deal.
What? Fucking take especially boiling.
Be tweaking for the shit to come back.
Right. Fucking burn
your eyes off,
and that's how you know it's good. Yeah, A2.
Oh, yeah, facts. No, if I'm not sneezing, if I'm not like nose running, I don't want it.
That's just not good. If I'm not tearing up, I can't touch no body part with my hands. I don't want it.
Yeah, fact. Like I want it to be if I go pee and touch my dick or scratch my eye, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna fucking I gotta go to the doctor afterwards. Doctor thinks I got herpes. That's how bad I want it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even that. It's just I burnt my dick.
Right. Just random. Like, oh, my dick burns.
Everyone's like, huh? It's like, oh yeah, sorry, crawfish.
It's crawfish.
Okay, what's your Mount Rushmore of po' boys?
If
you eat 4, I don't know if you eat 4.
Yeah. Nah, I really just like a hot sausage.
Yeah.
That's motherfucking.
How you get it dressed?
Basically, everything besides tomatoes and pickles.
Okay. I think the hot sausage. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was about to say they got this spot uptown, like right by what was it, Rite Aid by St. Charles, like that little gas station. I think it's on Louisiana, bro. You get like fucking, you pay like $10, you get like a damn it 2-foot po' boy, and that shit was bomb every time.
That's so good.
I forgot the name of that spot.
With hot sausage, I do dressed. I don't usually do the tomato because it gets hot. I don't mind tomato, but it gets hot on the hot sausage, so I have to take it off. Fuck the mayo. I don't want mayo.
Okay.
Give me. I want the Creole mustard though. I need that brown mustard with the hot sausage. I need the brown
Especially
bars.
had that extra kick. Be
It
perfect.
does so much. It does so much. And I do like the places that put cheese on it. And I know some people are like, no, you don't put cheese on a po' boy. You do want that.
Cat.
And I'm cool with it.
I'm about to say
Cool with it.
that's
I'm
lie.
totally cool with it. And if you want to put the
They
onions,
lied to themselves.
if you want to get real wild, you want to caramelize some onions. I'm cool with that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Are you as consistent snowball wise as you are po' boy wise?
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't had a snowball in like 2 years.
All right. When you used to go, where would you go?
I was so when I was living in the Seven Ward, I had this barber shop called Stop Jocking. He had the barber shop, and he had like a little snowball stand in front. His snowballs was fucking crazy, and he would always put like a gummy bear inside,
That's
and it
amazing.
just like just add on
I
extra
had to go.
flavor.
I got to go to the seven just for that.
But what? This shit was crazy. That was like, yeah, that was like years ago when I went to him. I haven't had a
What
snowball since
flavor would
because
you get
nothing.
though?
I'd range from like pineapple to strawberry, just like basic flavors. See, if I never was like the person to get like milk and shit or cream.
Yeah. I get
Like,
condensed milk on certain shit. Like there are certain times, like I have basically two different snowball moods.
yeah,
One is like it's hot and I want something fruity that's refreshing, or it's I want a dessert. And it's like
dude.
I'm gonna get like a lot of the time people are gonna kill me on this. A lot of the time I'll get chocolate with condensed milk.
Oh
And that
my
shit
god,
is so good.
what like I never really thought about getting like actually putting milk on my shit. That just like it just helps it. I
Well,
might try it. I don't know.
the thing is, it's not it don't taste like milk at all. It just tastes like it's sweet. Like it's very sweet. Like condensed milk is like it's just like sweet juice almost.
All right,
Like it's good. It's like I mean when people call it cream, that's kind of what it is. It's just
just extra
like
cream.
have you had a cream flavor?
Yeah.
Okay, which cream flavor?
Oh, what's that shit, bro? I'm really trying to think of that bark soda, that red cream.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Is it
like
like
with
that?
snowballs, like it's similar. Yeah, it adds like if you have a red soda and then have a red cream soda. If you have a regular
You
like
could taste like that sweetness.
you can taste the difference. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
All
there's
right.
like an added thing to it. So I enjoy it. It's
Yeah, I
fun.
got
But
you,
I
man.
don't get it. Like some people get condensed milk on fruit flavors, and that freaks me out. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like I feel like condensed milk goes on like a more savory flavor. I don't know what that means, but
It's That's just like a lot of. That's just too much sugar.
it is a lot of sugar. No, it's definitely a lot of sugar. I'm trying to think.
But
What do you feel like is your most New Orleans moment? It could be something big. It could be something small. Just something that you feel like kind
see,
of
when you said that, all I thought was
illuminates a
like
part of
just
the
a bunch
city.
of negative shit. All I thought about like just a bunch of negative shit.
That's fair.
Like recently, me and a coworker we was walking down Canal Street because we had to take these boxes to UPS. Like he carrying the box and I'm just walking right beside him. Maybe like a block down, all you hear is like loud ass gunshots, and like he starts freaking out, start hiding to the store, and I'm just like, I just keep walking, and I just look back like, bro, come on, I'm trying to get back to work. He's scared shitless. I'm just like, bro, come on.
I mean,
But
you're honestly very right.
like it's an everyday thing here.
No, I was
It
sitting.
it's to the point where I fall asleep to gunshots.
I mean, fair. You know the obviously. You know the back way from the east to go uptown. You don't take the interstate. You go like through the park.
Yeah.
All right. So I was talking to my partner from the east one day, and we was driving back, and we went and sat on the lake. We were sitting on the lake. The motherfucker started shooting off the bridge, like the one going that way. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So we did. We were like, "Okay, let's get the fuck." So we get the fuck. I'm like, "All right, let's head uptown." Since they come from the east, they're not going uptown. I was like, "Let's go uptown right there." Went uptown, pulled up to the light, like you know the light in between. So Xavier behind you, and you have like that strip mall that has like the Foot Locker Like
Yeah.
you got that gas station. I'm sitting at that light, that
Yeah.
intersection, and they fucking start shooting
Right.
across the goddamn street. Like, and I'm
And escaping.
99% sure it was probably the same people. I'm not gonna cap. Like
Right.
it was likely the same shit.
There was just some
Like
ministers
I
out
was
there.
literally like, I was driving, so I just ducked. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna just sit on the side of my door for the next like 10 seconds because I was trying to zoom off personally. I was trying to dip, but there was someone in front of me and they was being pussy
Right.
and they wouldn't move. And I'm
It was
like,
fucking
dude,
shocked.
like this is not the time to sit here in shock. Like, let's go.
Right.
Like, run
I
the light
remember
and let's go.
exactly. I remember one time we had
Because if I get a ticket in the mail and it's a red light thing, and I tell my mama, hey, we about to get shot, she'd be like, oh, okay.
she gonna understand. That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I remember you remember you ever been to like the was it Southern versus Grambling games that be having
Yeah. Bike
like
classic.
the battle of the bands and that they had like that little
Yeah.
event that they be having in the morning before the game where they be having like
Okay.
concerts and shit. So it was me and Nick one time, like a couple years back, and we was waiting for Trey to come down. That's how you know that show. We was waiting for Trey to come
Okay.
downtown. Fucking next thing you know, we just trying to find our way. Next thing you know, fucking big ass crowd of people just start running towards us. It just looked like a fucking hell. That's what it looked like. It looked like fucking hell.
Yeah.
People tripping over everybody, and like you didn't hit nothing. You just see a crowd of people just running towards you. We fucking hide in the bathroom, watching waves of people walk, just topple over this old man, bro.
Damn.
Just for like, just because like a dude flashed a gun.
I remember this was Bayou Classic
Yeah, that's what it's called, Body Classic.
19, maybe. Actually, hold this up. I got to piss. I'll be back in a second.
All right.
It's literally across the hall. So.
Okay. Charge my phone. Damn, so I'm really starting to miss the old Kanye, man.
We connected here? Yep. I think.
Yep.
All right, bet.
Yo.
I think it was Bayou Classic 20, but it might have been 19. Had to have been 19 actually, because 20 didn't happen. It was like we was on Bourbon. It was after the shit was over. I didn't go, but like I went to ULM. I went to University of Louisiana Monroe. So like
Right.
Graham is right down the road. Graham like 40 minutes away. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's on I-20, just like ULM is, just like Tech is. So it's all like a unit. So everybody goes down there every year basically just to go party. So I'm sitting there. I'm with my homie Ethan. No, that's not true. Yeah, no, I was. I was with my homie Ethan, and he had this chick Jahari, who he like grew up with, and they was they was kikiing and flirting and shit. And we was all kicking it, and it was like 2:30 in the morning, and like I remember I was standing there, and like if you lived in New Orleans long enough, you can tell when shit is going on or about to go on.
Right.
Like you can see it by how people literally walk. Like people walk with a different emphasis. And if you look them in the eyes, when motherfuckers really about to go do some shit, they start getting crazy eyes.
Fucking
like
buggy ass eyes.
They're not looking at nothing. They just looking everywhere, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. And I remember I was sitting there, and I was like, yeah, we gotta go. I looked at him. I told them both. I was like, hey, I was like, we gotta slide up out of here in a second. I was like ASAP. And you know what? Fucking 30 minutes later, I get a phone call from one of my homegirls, and she was like, yo, are you okay? Like, they were shooting right by where you were. Like one of their friends got hit by like a ricocheted bullet. I was like, oh shit.
Oh
I was
shit.
like, are they good? I was like, are they okay? Like, fuck me.
Right.
Like, I'm fine. Like, I have the
I got
awareness
like that
when to
fucking.
go. Oh, nah, I need to go. Like,
I saw that shit like Final Destination. I saw that shit.
yeah. I
Came
think
right
I
back.
said this on one of the. I think I said this on one of the episodes on here already. But like, when I was young, like
Premonition. That's what it's called.
when I was young and we started to realize, like, you grew up and like, okay, as a white dude from New Orleans who's always went to predominantly black schools, you didn't I didn't have to see the reality of race all the time. Like I understood them because I had a family that taught me, but it was like, you know, there was no
See,
differentiation. Everybody was just everybody, right?
correct.
As I got older and I knew that I was in schools with predominantly black people, and as culture changed and developed and stuff like that as we got older, and there were different societal expectations on how you move throughout the world, literally. Like I would literally look at the dudes like I would begin to emulate how people walk because I realized if you walk a certain way, there's enough people in the city that understand what that means that they're not gonna mess with you even if they don't think you actually bout whatever action that you're seeming to present. Like I
Right.
don't think anyone ever looked at me and was like, "Oh yeah, Miles out here doing crazy shit." But if I walked a certain way, people was like, "Ah, whatever." Like, I'm not about to like.
A lot of I've been seeing like I've been watching like a lot of Reddit videos, and like one of the
Mm-hmm.
things that they be saying like when you see like when you feel like you're in danger and shit is like all you have to do is like walk confidently, you straight.
Mm-hmm.
If you just walk like you got somewhere to be with purpose, you good. Nobody can
Yeah,
bother you, which is very
nobody gonna
true.
bother you, and that's very true in New Orleans too. Like if you're just doing you, like if you look confused though, if you look lost,
Yeah.
if you look all that,
Like you don't belong.
that's when it
Right.
gets a little. You start looking like a lick.
Right.
But I keep doing this. I keep fucking this up. So I'm probably gonna say this now and then put it at the beginning. We on here, even though we can't fucking see you because it's dark. Fucking another high school homie, another from that same damn group chat. Fucking, you're also sideways, but I think I can edit it afterwards.
I'm about to
Fucking,
say my phone charging.
oh okay. We about to wrap up anyway, so it's not a huge deal. But the high school
That's
homie,
FaceTime you, man.
fucking, just a homie in general, like fucking Santana.
Fuck, bro,
My guy.
we've been at
Sci High
we've been at
class of
this for years,
2015.
man.
No, seriously. I mean, me and D was saying that. Like, I don't think, I don't like, I don't think our friend group ends. Like, truly.
Most people, it's funny because most people feel like their high school friendships be ending like 2-3 years after they leave. Fuck, here
Most
we go,
people
10 years
did.
strong, right?
Yeah.
We're going
Hey,
10 years, damn near 10 years strong.
that's fact. Because I mean, we
And it's
basically
like,
all became cool that sophomore year. Truly.
right?
Like, we didn't really add all that many people. Like, I mean, we've added
It's
people
funny.
since.
I
But
remember being young and being like, I remember when they added Anthony to the group. I was like, mad, like, why the fuck y'all added this man to it? Like, I don't know this dude.
I remember, oh man,
Shout out to
I'll
Anthony,
probably
man.
cut this.
He's like
I'm,
my
I'm gonna probably cut this. I'm gonna probably cut this part out because Gage is my guy. So I remember when Gage first wanted to get in, and none of us wanted to let Gage in. There was like a multiple month period where everyone was like, "Nah."
yeah.
Shout
See,
out Gage, bro. Gage is cool as shit.
like, he's just a little white guy. Nah, we don't. We got our white guy.
That was literally what y'all would say too. That was the funniest part. And then once Gage got in the group, the joke was he was the white guy.
Right, and you just pseudo white. You're not even fully white.
Oh man,
That was a different.
what a
time.
good time. Oh yeah. I'll get in trouble for a lot of how we moved throughout the world at that time.
Yes, you would.
I think everyone can figure out what that means, but I never lie and act like I didn't. I learned. I got better.
We know.
Yep. And I don't anymore. I haven't in years. So
Yeah.
in years, not year. I'm not Papa John.
Oh, fuck is it?
I forgot who it was. They were talking to Fat Joe. You know how Fat Joe's not black at all. He's just Puerto Rican.
Yeah, see, he be letting that shit fly.
Dog, Fat Joe dead ass said he was like, I don't think I can stop. He's like, I'm not even saying that to be rude. Like, he's like, I just don't. He's like, I don't even think it's possible. I was like, damn.
All them years of rapping it, I don't blame. I can't get mad at Fat Joe.
also just feel like to a certain degree, and I mean, I imagine especially like, you know, the Black Hispanic motherfuckers in New York are really going to disagree with me on this one, and which is totally fair. But I do kind of feel like, especially in New York, like it's so fluid with who is what in those environments anyway. Because like you got enough Dominican motherfuckers that look black and don't want to be black that it's like
right?
this gets so
It's
confusing.
like, no. Be burn his fucking toast. But like, no. You know, but
Like, okay, bro.
edit that
All
out.
right, bro.
No. Yeah. You ain't got a lot of us. Ain't nothing wrong with being black.
No, nothing at all.
Fucking
But tell the people, you know what I mean? I've been trying to end most episodes like, you know, tell them where the fuck what you at, tell them what you got going on. Whatever you want them to know, really. If you don't want to tell people shit, you don't have to.
I like to be hidden a lot. That's my type. But no, you can follow me at Overdose Father. I might change that. I don't know. But fuck it. That's probably like the best place to catch me.
You'll get tagged, and whenever it actually gets posted, you'll get tagged. So. If it's changed,
I definitely gotta see this. This is like my first interview ever. This should be hilarious.
Oh, dude, most of them are. I mean, that's the funny thing I always think about. It's like most people like technically probably ain't never been interviewed for shit, right. And it's not even really an interview. Really, just have a combo.
But I said we could. All right, it's really just a fucking conversation that's recorded.
Just like the photo shoot was just a photo shoot that, like, really was just chilling with a camera.
Right.
That's honestly, true. That was the intention.
That was fun.
That shit was fun.
Damn, I miss you, Miles.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back in December.
Facts. We definitely.
We all got a link. Yeah, facts.
Hell yeah. It's been too long, man.
I mean, you still live over by Josh, huh?
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, thanks. For both of y'all.
Right. Yeah, Josh still over there? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he back now. Yeah, he was living with his 40-year-old for a while.
God, a 40-year-old?
Oh, yeah, they were dating. Yeah.
Well, I was living with Nick for a little bit, so.
There you go. How is Nick?
Nick, he good. He used to be playing a game with him, but.
That sounds like Nick.
Yeah. You probably like, yeah, that's my dude, man.
Yeah. No, y'all always been homies.
Right. Yes.
But
it's just so much high school shit, right?
Oh, facts. There's so much high school shit.
Shit. This was nice, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you being on.
More.
Yeah, facts. No, at least we both know we have each other's number.
Facts. Much as it.
Because that'd be my thing sometimes. I don't know whose number is still what. Even though I don't know if anyone's actually changed their number at all. But
see, I have the same number since fucking freshman year.
I've had the same number since I got a number. So anyone that's ever had my number has it.
You still got it. Exactly. I ain't fuck with nobody, so I ain't gotta change it. So
like to be honest, like even if I got like if I ever became famous one day, all I would do is I would keep the number. I would just get another phone. That different number would be my personal number. Like I would change it because if people found out that my OG number was my number, I would just change it to a different number. Like, okay, I'll have a burner. I'll have a private.
Yeah, that's motherfuckers be having like 3 phones.
Yeah,
business.
I just have a second phone.
Relations. Right.
Yeah.
One for the homies, you know.
Actually, I'm not gonna keep this part, but yeah, maybe 3. I do be like,
you never know. You never know.
I'd be like to keep a couple holes at a time. So, gotta have the one phone to throw away.
Keep that shit like you just gotta keep that in like a briefcase for the hoes.
Here, I'm gonna stop recording, and so I don't even have to cut it.